Hello and welcome to SML The Sit Down. I am Prime Time 000, joined by Eddie King. How are you doing, sir?
Not too bad, not too bad. Appreciate you for having me.
Man, this is going to be a good show. A lot of people are crowning Eddie the next big thing. We'll talk about that in a second. Eddie, kind of a softball question here. How'd you come up with your PSN?
Honestly, probably sometime in college, I heard a song by Drake that references Eddie King, and I was like, I like that. So I just kind of went with it and ran. So just went Eddie King.
You a Drake fan, are you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Favorite Drake song?
Favorite Drake song? Wow. It would probably have to be Tuscan Leather.
Okay. Do you a
Yeah,
Lil
yeah.
Wayne fan?
Sure am.
Okay. What's your favorite? You got a favorite album or song or?
Probably. I forget the name of the song. It's a little bit of an older one. Um, I might have to look it up here for a second, but I know the song title once I see it.
Eddie is.
Probably right above it,
That's a good one.
or another one that's on that list, a little bit older. See if I can find it.
Eddie is a Lil Wayne fan. He's earning points for me already, guys, as he looks up his song. Obviously, I'm a Wheezy fan. Older stuff. I like
Yeah,
Seat Down Low's mine. I don't know if you've heard Seat Down Low or not, but that's a classic.
I have. Yeah, that's a classic. No worries.
No
Again,
worries.
that one's up there. That's a good one. So I'd have to throw a few of those on there. Once I find the one that I'm thinking of, I'll send it along.
There you go. There you go,
But yeah.
guys. Eddie King. So, obviously, you're in the SML. How long have you been playing Madden for?
Probably since high school, so 2013, 14 is probably when I really started playing it.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
And you've been playing franchises around the same time, or how'd you get into the whole connected franchise thing?
No, I actually got into franchises because of Damon. So we went to Slippery Rock together, and he told me about his dad and back then Sim Era. It changed for a while, but Sim Era was the first league that I actually got into. And started around college. So that was probably 2017 is when I started playing franchises. In and out here and there, not as consistent across some of those other leagues. I still remember back in the days when Sim Era would make fun of SML and Dan around those times. So
Yeah.
I was there and got a little bit more serious probably within the last couple years is probably when I was like, all right. I was like, I actually stick to one league, just run one league and run with it. So that's what I'm doing now.
Were you one of the guys throwing tomatoes at the SML as well, or did you stay out of it, or what's?
Now, I never really knew what the SML was, so I never really got into the banter for it. So,
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
but yeah.
I enjoy all marketing is good marketing. So,
Yes,
um,
I agree.
so you who's your favorite team? Do you watch much football in real life, or?
Yeah. Yeah, the Giants are my go-to team. Those are my guys right there. So it's a bittersweet win today that we won, but we dropped to the fifth overall pick. But been a Giants fan since I can remember. My dad grew up in Brooklyn in New
Okay.
York, and I just kind of took on the Giants from there. So I was spoiled earlier in life with Giants success, not so much into my adult life
Yeah,
success.
probably when you were
So
a kid, you had the kind of golden era with Eli and the gang. And
yeah,
um,
yeah.
how old were you when they beat the Giant or the Patriots in '07? Do you remember that game? Were
In
you old enough for that?
'07, I was nine, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was nine.
the helmet catch game.
So
Yeah,
the helmet catch, everything was. I remember very vividly from that game. Um, Talking to my dad and just me being a 9-year-old, I was like, we were heading into the fourth quarter. I was like, I don't think we're gonna win this game. My dad's like, how dare you?
yeah.
He's like, we're gonna win this game. Blah blah blah. I didn't believe him until the helmet catch happened. Then I was like, oh, we might win this game.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's magical.
but yeah,
So what's
yeah,
what's what's Damon like in real life? You guys are buddies, obviously. I've kind of gone on
yeah.
record as my theories on you guys. What's he like? Is he cool? Is he weird? What's he like?
Cool guy. You know what I mean? Pretty chill for the most part. He's a gym rat for the
Yeah,
outside of that too. When he's not, playing on here, or if we're not playing CS, he's finds himself in the gym. But pretty chill, pretty good basketball player as well. So he used to kind of we used to play basketball and in the rec back when we were in Slippery Rock, probably play every day. But yeah, pretty chill guy, easy going. Can start an argument, you can get him riled up a little bit, start a nice little argument, so that's a fun one. So I'll do that every once in a while myself too. So yeah.
and you've met the father in person, I assume, as well, or no, Dan?
I actually haven't met Dan in person, no. So we were in Slippery Rock for a few years, Um, but COVID hit, so once COVID hit, we kind of dispersed, obviously, and I've really have just kept in contact for the most part, unless I go to Pittsburgh every once in a while with him through Discord.
So obviously you are a Bills owner in the SML, and you're kind of getting a lot of hype right now. One loss, I think it was to Soda.
Mhm.
By the way, I gotta say, I appreciate you coming on the show. Soda, I asked him a couple times, and he just doesn't even respond to me. Like he's that afraid of coming on.
What a
Is
shame.
so
Wow.
you're a man of confidence and no fear. So
Yeah.
I respect that. But um,
Yep.
how are you good now? A lot of people say you weren't even that great in primer. What's going on?
I don't know about not that great in primer. I won my division with the Giants every year until I got called up. I think I ran 3 seasons over there, and all 3 seasons I won the division.
Okay.
Um, Playoffs had a tough road. I think Bomber's probably the one that I played the most through the playoffs, and then before that too, last year, I was in the same division as him. So I think some of their views are a little bit jaded. I've gotten the best of Bomber sometimes, but he's gotten the
Oh.
best of me in playoffs where it really matters. So I can't talk too much on that piece. So I don't know if I'm good now. I think last season it was just getting adjusted to the team and picking up kind of where the previous owner left off, but been able to build through the offseason, add a couple guys that I really like on the team, and then just having to get used to Josh Allen's inconsistency sometimes, being a 99 overall quarterback. So playing within that system um, and making it work. So
Do,
defense was a big one for me this season too. Just improving there.
you're the guy who drafted that quarterback in the first round, right?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah, yeah,
regret
yeah,
that,
yeah.
or what's your take on that?
No, absolutely not. It's a 24th overall pick. I took my guy Poindexter, who's going to be the franchise on defense, in the first round early on. Felt like I had a little bit of a luxury pick that I could pick later on, pick whatever I felt like picking. Um, Josh Allen was making me a little angry towards the end of the season last season. He was missing some throws that he shouldn't miss. So I was like, you know what? I'll take a chance here. I'll throw it out there and see what happens. Got myself an X Factor. He's about to be an 80 overall with training and working through that. So once a time comes that I can hand him over my reins and let him lead the team, that'll be it. Might have to pay him for a year at the end of the cycle or two, but it's 2 years. I don't really mind that if I have to pay him.
Do you when you think about your season, how do you measure success? Are you a championship or bust guy, or are you a I'm getting better every season kind of guy?
Yeah, I think it's tough. I think getting better every season. So originally when I came into Primer, I was championship or bust, very much a stats guy. Like my guys need to put up numbers, I need to win, and I need to make it look explosive. The more that I've played, the more I realize that that's just if you're aiming for success and championships only being your only success when you haven't even been there before, it's a bad formula. Like you're just going to keep aiming and you're going to feel like every season's a disappointment. Now, granted, a championship is what everyone aspires to, and that's what you want to get. But that's changed a little bit for me. I think it's just being consistent week to week. Playoffs is a whole different animal. I don't care how I get to playoffs. If I make playoffs, that's when it really gears up. And that's when the game slightly changes, specifically in SML. Defense tightens up. People just play a little bit different and they lock in. So I think success for me is getting the playoffs, and then from there trying to get myself a championship. But
What's
really, it's just building, building.
who do you want to beat? Like in SML, is there anybody you got your eyes on? Like when you play them, you want to take them out?
Honestly, everyone that I play every week, I'd like to beat, specifically in the SML. I mean, you're gonna find guys, even some of the guys that don't have great records, they're still really good players. So I think just every week going into it and trying to win. Obviously, I think the one in the AFC that if I could get a chance in the championship to play him would probably be Dan. I haven't played him in a really long time. I think I played him in Sim era, like twice. Um, I'd probably love to play Dan, get a shot at him in the playoffs if I could. Obviously, I've got Bomber next week, so got to prep up for that one and play him. So those are my big two.
Are you cool enough to be in the little click with KP, Dan, and Hertz in their little Discord chat, or are you not cool enough?
No, not cool enough for that one.
Really? Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Oh, that's
I'm
sad.
not. I'm not in that one, so I don't know if I'm cool enough for that one just yet.
Kiss Mary. This is from a fan. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
Kiss Mary Kill. Lane Kiffin, Livy Dune or Dunn or however you say it. Young Hertz.
Young Hurts. Honestly, Olivia probably the kiss. The kill. That's a tough one. probably gonna have to be Kiff, and I gotta marry my boy.
That's good.
Gotta marry him.
That's good.
Yeah, gotta get my guy.
Dude, you just gave me a lot of material for the next long
Hey,
time.
that's all right. That's okay.
Um,
Hey, like you just said earlier, any publicity is good
that's good
publicity. As long as my
publicity.
name's in your mouth, it doesn't matter.
That's right. How
Yeah.
much is Damon a prime hater?
I don't know if he's a prime hater. I think he's a prime respecter for sure.
Wow, really?
I think at this point, there has to be a level of respect that has to be given there as well. So, nothing in the background that's ever been a hater.
I've
More
respected
respect than
Damon.
anything else.
Other
Yeah.
than this trade talks.
Yeah.
If you if you were commissioner for a day, what rule would you change, or who would you kick, or what change would you make in the SML?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd probably add some more competition in my division. So I'd probably just get rid of everyone that's in there
Wow,
right
yeah,
now.
wow.
And just, I'd bring you over. I'd bring Bomber over. I just a little more competition in my division would be appreciated. 5-1 last year. Didn't make playoffs. 5-1 in the division last year. Currently undefeated again in my division. So I don't really like to call it the AFC East. I like to call it Eddie's AFC East because
Wow.
that's just what it is. So
Dang, dude.
that's probably what I do.
I seen Trick was kind of like a little taking some jabs at you earlier. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I did.
You think he was a little
I don't play
salty?
mind to it. I 4-0 against him so far in the SML. So whatever he has to say, I appreciate it. We played a lot last Madden. We were in the same division, but yeah, I don't really read too much into it.
Really? Uh,
Yeah.
so I look at your schedule, and it's a pretty light schedule this season.
Yeah.
Are you going to be ready come playoff time?
I think so. The end of my schedule actually is kind of ideal for me. And it'll kind of get me ready for playoffs. Like I have Bomber next week. I have KP
Ooh,
or QP the following week. I got Meats. Then I got KP
wow.
again, and then I got Straw to close it out. So if I'm gonna have a tough stretch of games, I'd rather it be there, so I can figure out what's working and what isn't heading into the playoffs. So
You play Pokemon at all as a kid or no?
not really, no.
If you had to pick between Pokemon Red or Blue, which Pokemon are you picking up?
I'm pretty sure I answered this question when I first
I don't
joined.
remember.
Uh, I think I said blue when I joined.
Okay. Well, remember
Yeah.
that, Tiny?
Yeah, that gives you your answer. That gives you your answer,
Tiny,
Tiny.
Tiny, write that down. Q, write that down. Um, if you um, if you could add a feature to Madden or change something about Madden, what would you do?
Feature to the game. Probably being able to. It is technically kind of there, but the adjustment with audibles on routes, like certain routes, you
Mm-hmm.
can't audible and do certain things. Or this could get real cheesy real quick, but custom routes.
Oh
I think
boy,
that would be a cool thing, or custom plays.
they used to have
Um,
that. Do you remember
I
that?
Yeah, yeah. They used to, and then they got rid of it. So I get
Yeah,
why they don't really have it, and we probably wouldn't even allow it in our league because it would probably get a little cheesy.
yeah, I get
They're
wild.
just doing some things over there, but that would be cool.
What's your biggest pet peeve when playing Madden or against guys in the SML?
When playing, I don't even know if it's really guys specifically, but just Madden taking over. So just Madden being Madden, you're doing what you're supposed to do in a game, and Madden just throws a bone out there for someone. It goes back and forth. I've had my fair share, but that's probably my biggest pet peeve. The second one is probably people just being short in scheduling. Like you're just, you throw your schedule out there, and a few of them will just be like, oh, well, I'll let you know. Like, well, I'd love to know
Yeah,
beforehand.
right.
So that's a big one. It's a bigger issue in Primer than it is here. I think everyone here is pretty straightforward, but in Primer it was a big issue. So
What's your who's your favorite non-Damon chat member?
chat member, and honestly, it probably Furf is up there for me because him and I just banter back and forth every once
Furf?
in a while. So we have a good time. Yeah, we have a good time in there.
I hate Furf.
He'd probably be up there.
Okay.
He gave you a little scare earlier in the year. So
Can you believe that? You're yapping too in my DMs. Or not my DMs, the Twitch chat, excuse me.
yeah, yeah. I was in the chat. He gave you a little bit of a scare.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a fun one to banter back and forth with. Um, Another one that I'll probably throw out there is Matt.
I like
Matt's
Matt.
always in
I
chat,
respect Matt.
just going back and forth. Um, he's always a good time, and he gave me a little bit of an ass whooping when we played last year. So
Yeah.
respect to him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. If you, is there anybody you don't like?
Not necessarily. I think I'm pretty good with everyone. If we'll see if Trick keeps talking in chat, then that might
Move
tilt
the
the
meter.
scales a little bit more. But yeah, but right now, no.
Um, Looking forward to the playoffs. If you could play one team in the Super Bowl, not named Prime, who would you want to play?
Over there on the other side,
Yeah.
I haven't played Damon in a while, so I'd love to play him. That would be a nice little bragging rights. You know what I mean? Like if I could
Yeah.
play him in the Super Bowl and get that win, that'd be pretty cool. Outside of that, kind of looking through the rest of the guys here, um, probably that'd be it for the most part. There aren't many guys that I look at. Probably Soda, actually. I'd like to see Soda again
He beat you,
to get my
obviously.
get back.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He beat me, so I'd like to get my get back on that one.
that's
So
fair.
those would be the ones for me.
You watch movies? You a movie guy?
Oh yeah.
What kind of you watching Marvel movies? What are you watching?
A little bit of everything, honestly. Marvel. The only genre that I don't really watch is horror a ton,
Yeah, same.
but outside of that, I'll watch a little bit of everything. So,
What is your
but
favorite
yeah.
movie?
Favorite movie. All right. So I have two answers to this one. One of them is like legit that I would throw out there as my favorite movie. I don't know if you've ever seen The Gentleman with Matthew
No,
McConaughey.
I'm terrible with movies.
Uh, The Gentleman, phenomenal movie. That's got to be up there on my list. Obviously, your Interstellar is probably up there as well, just from cinema
Hmm.
in general. And then super random one that I'll probably get flack on this in the chat, but it's just the nostalgia behind the movie. Stomp the Yard
Okay.
um, was a kind of like a dance movie back in the day, but I don't know what it is. That movie has a nice little sweet spot in my heart. So
I've never seen any of those movies actually.
yeah.
I'm a terrible movie person.
I would suggest all three of those to you.
Do you um if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
One superpower. Probably to be able to multiply.
Really? That's weird. Why?
Just get a bunch of stuff done at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It's
guess so.
just then your time's endless. You do whatever you want. I get all my groceries done, send a part of me to go do that. I can play my Madden games. I'd never have a scheduling problem in my life. I'd always be available.
Wow.
So,
That's
yeah.
the first time I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
Um, what would you say is your greatest Madden strength? Like, what are you the best at?
Probably we'll see how it goes after this week. But running the ball is probably my strength right now, and being able to read my ball carrier vision, I would say is probably some of the best. I uh, I enjoy running the ball. Damon and I have this whole thing, we just BCV, just ball carrier vision. So anytime we'll run plays, we're running through stuff. Even in real life, I'm walking down the mall. I see a couple people. I'm looking for lanes to run through, find my lane and take it. So that's probably my biggest strength is probably my ball carrier vision.
That's why you were trolling me in Twitch one time about my ball carrier
Yeah,
vision.
yeah. Yes.
Okay, that all makes sense now. It all
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Um, any questions you have or statements you want to make? We're right around 20 minutes. I don't like running much longer than that. Anything you have to say for the league?
Yeah, no. To start off with, appreciate you guys for having me here and having me on in the league. It's been something that I've kind of worked towards, obviously, ever since being in Primer. I obviously had a couple stints in Primer that weren't ideal. Call of Duty got the best of me the one time, so I've had that, and I've kind of worked my way back through it, and I've been able to make it, obviously, to SML. So great appreciation for you guys for having me on. And the second piece of that is within my division. You guys got to step it up. We had a lot of talk prior in the off season. We got to step up. We got to make waves. We got to do our thing. And I've really been the only one to hold up my end of the bargain there. So, just a little bit of a challenge out there to the rest of my division. Step it up. Let's make some noise as an entire division. So.
There you guys go. That is Eddie King, our Buffalo Bills owner. He is fighting, doing great so far this season in the SML, pushing, trying to get that number one seed in the AFC. Eddie, appreciate you coming on. This has been SML The Sit Down. I'm Prime. That's Eddie. We are signing off. Have a great day.